Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Salice. This is their part number, well, we have it as a UBCSP3699. It's not the same identical number that the manufacturer uses, but we'll look at their page in a moment. So this is a very simple and straightforward self-closing face frame hinge for a 9/16 overlay, screw-on and nickel-plated. Is it screw-on? It's definitely screw-on. Yeah, CSP. Yes, CSP3699. We can tell that it's screw-on, obviously, and not dowel installed, but I wanted to make sure we had the right part number. So, while I'm not... yeah. I was about to say, while I'm not an expert when it comes to cabinet hinges, I can explain the terms that are used. Well, it's got some bite to it. Okay, so moving forward, forgive me for that. This is a face frame style, and that is a reference to where it mounts. Okay, so you are viewing this now from the outside. My frame is here. The door is here, and the door will open out this way. Okay? This will mount literally to the side of your jamb. The 9/16 overlay is going to be a reference to the dimension from what would be the jamb, meaning this part right here, over to where the door ends. So if you were to imagine you've removed the door and you're looking at the side, the vertical side that you're going to attach it to, if you imagine 9/16 over, that's how far your door is going to overlay. There are different terms when it comes to cabinet hardware, cabinet hinges, inset, partial overlay, overlay. Inset and overlay are pretty easy to distinguish. Overlay means if you've got an opening that's 24 by 24, forgive me, your door is going to be larger than that because it overlays the face of the frame. If you have an inset door, that means that your door is going to be inset into that 24 by 24 inch size, inset into it, enclosed into it. Now, you wouldn't really necessarily see hinges like this for that application, but they do certainly exist, as do other cabinet hardware, pieces of cabinet hardware hinge for an inset application as well. A partial overlay is literally a little bit of each. Overlays a little, insets a little. Literally, partial overlay. And quite frankly, when you're dealing with hinges for cabinet doors, cabinet hinges, that's really what you're looking for. What is the type? Is it inset? Is it overlay? If yes, what are the requirements? What are the dimensional properties? And you just order accordingly. If it's a new installation, you're going to define the type of hinge that you're going to use. This is a very simple and straightforward, face frame mount where, there's nothing to mount to the face of the cabinet. There's nothing to wrap around. There is not a plate that's required here. Okay, you're simply going to install this right down and run a screw right through there. Okay, there's going to be some adjustment on this, which is probably going to move the door in and out ever so slightly. Or up and down. I'll get my screwdriver and we will investigate that. Very light, weighs about 1/12 of a pound. This would be the screw-on style in zinc, is what this is. And as you could tell from earlier, it's self-closing. It's nice. You'll be able to get the door pushed to a certain degree and just give it a little tap and close on its own for you. Let's switch to the screen view where we can take a closer look at some supporting documentation. Okay, so this is the item that we are looking at. One-piece self-closing face frame hinge, 2-cam adjustment. Yes, I see it. There are two. We're going to demonstrate that when we get back to the screen view. The camera view. Salice Accentra face frame hinges, all steel one-piece construction, nickel plated to resist corrosion. I've just put my magnet on this hinge and I can confirm that it's made of steel, or at least it's ferrous base. Lifetime warranty. That you don't hear about often. The cup depth of only 11 millimeter, and this does have a shallow cup depth. Will work on most styles of doors. 2 cam adjustments, plus 2.8 millimeter, minus half of a millimeter for depth. Lateral adjustment, plus 3, minus 2 millimeter. Screw hole is slotted for the height adjustment, so your third option is the fact that the hole here for height is slotted rather than just round. You can loosen that screw and kick your door up and down a little bit. Hinge cup edge drilling distance is 2.5 millimeter. That's the dimension from the edge of the door to where you begin your hole. Eccentric hinges with overlays of more than 1/2 inch and greater have 0 door protrusion. And what they're saying with that 0 door protrusion is that it permits you to run your door. Your door will be run very tight to the face frame. 0 door protrusion. Really nice, tight sort of installation. Okay. Screw on, you'll need a couple of 6x5/8 screws. They are not included. Flathead for the door portion, round head for the face frame. Self-closing, 106 degree, 9/16 overlay. Boring pattern is 45 millimeter. Sold per hinge. When you buy one, we'll ship you 1 hinge. Generally, multiples of 2 are pretty common. Now, let's take a look at the manufacturer's page here in our site. And from here, you can pull up not only all the Salice products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website. Now, I've opened up that site and I've done a search for 3699. Let's just do it. Search 3699. Two cam adjustment, which is what we're working with. Okay. Information from the factory, obviously. 3699. So we have a CSP 3699. Wood screw, nickel finish. And there's our dimensions. Okay. 9/16 is going to be the edge of the door to that frame. Okay. There you go. Very simple, very easy and straightforward. Other versions of this hinge are here as well in terms of the overlay distance. And the overlay is really important because you know, you want to know where your door is going to be in relationship to the edge of the frame so that you can also determine, you know, what you might be looking to get into if you were doing an application like you know, you've got a door, you've got a door here, you've got a door here. You know, what happens when you bring these doors out? That dimension from here to here is critical. So you know exactly what's going to happen and where your doors are going to be. Or at least understand the relationship of where the doors are. Okay. Let's wrap up this video on camera. Okay, as I had said earlier, made of steel. Now let me show you the two cam adjustments. So one is here, and what that cam is going to do is going to allow you to bring that door in and out. The cam that's over here it's going to allow you to suck that door laterally. Okay, so we've got 3 axes. You can move the whole door up and down by virtue of the slotted hole. Then you can move the door in and out. and then you can move the door side to side. Okay, so the up and down is obvious. The in and out is going to be governed by this screw. If you just study that little head right there, I'm going to see if I can... You can tell I'm frightened of this hinge now. Let's see. We'll do it on the other side because I'm right-handed. Well, okay. Okay. Well, you're not going to be able to see that very well, I'm realizing. Okay, I think I can make it move without damaging the hinge. There we go. Yeah, you can see how I'm getting that moved. So what that's doing is it's taking it and moving it in and out. Sorry for the poor demonstration. The lateral dimension is done over here. That lateral dimension is going to allow us to see the hinge move there you go. You can kind of see it where I'm bringing the door in and out. Okay, so in the closed position, it's going to be bringing that door in and out. So neat little compact hinge, dirt cheap, lifetime warranty. I mean, you know, why wouldn't you use this hinge? Attractive. I'll tell you though, lifetime warranties are fickle. You've got a factory who will make these for years, and 10 years down the road, you'll be looking for one, and they discontinued it. Take it from me. If you're doing something, get yourself 10% extras and put them somewhere so that you have them, because factories do change designs, and sometimes it's not simple and straightforward. If there's a base plate change, you know, you're changing more than just a hinge. You're changing multiple parts. So be mindful of that. I would suggest that you have some extras, because I get calls. I need this hinge. I know you and one person every month for the last 5 years needs this same hinge. They're discontinued. What do I do now? Replace the entire hinge. All of it has to be changed. So that's not what where you want to be. And there you go. Okay, nice little compact hinge. If you have any questions on the Salice, this is their CSP3699 one-piece self-closing face frame hinge for 9/16 overlay, screw-on, and nickel 2-cam adjustment, or any other Salice product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.